Hello. So today we're going to be learning how to draw not this guy, but this guy. So how are we going to want to do this? How do we want to draw Spider-Man? So what I've learned is I like to take inspiration from other artists, of course, but my favorite thing to do when drawing Spider-Man is the pose. If we go through all the comics and all the movies, he can pull off poses that aren't human, which makes him Spider-Man, makes him different. So what we're going to start off with is the pose. Now what I suggest doing is getting a reference. So I have this comic book right here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to flip through here, see if we can find a pose. Get this one right here. What I like to do is first do a underlying sketch. So Spider-Man's head, it's kind of in his shoulders, so he's more like hunched forward while he's doing this pose. So I'm gonna first draw the head right there, and then the app I'm using, Procreate, it has a cool feature. If you tap it, you'll get the perfect shape of the shape that you just drew. So we just got a circle, which is really nice, forming the cranium of the head to really get that face and that head shape down. And then we will keep on looking at the reference and get that line going down his face. But since he's kind of looking to the side, it's going to be more of a curved line on the front of his face. And then what we're going to want to do is get that middle line. The next thing closest to the face, which is what we've been talking about, the shoulders. So we have the shoulders here, and now what I want to do is get those arms. Get that arm shape. Now, I like to just do straight lines, and this straight line is starting from the middle of the shoulder, out to the elbow, and then out to the wrist. And then we're going to stop at the wrist, because that's where the hands are going to start. So, what we're going to do is start this back from the shoulders. Just gonna do a simple curve over his head, because if you look at the image, the shoulder starts here and the back goes clear over his head, then goes here, and the other shoulder muscle goes over, and we're gonna stop right there. That's where we're gonna start the leg or the quad, and then we're just gonna go out to here, and now we're gonna start the lower half of the leg. Now what I like to do with the lower half of the leg is also do a line like the arms. So what we're gonna do is outline the features. So we're just gonna start at his mask like we started in the beginning, and we're gonna give him a starting circle, because you'll see on the web mask it's like just a little circle where all the webs come out like that. But we'll do that later, because we're gonna do the eyes next. And then they go up, and they do a weird curve, and then they come down. More of a teardrop shape. And we'll bring this one down and put it up there. Does not do perfect again. This is just outlining what we want. Keep on looking at the reference, because his mask isn't looking directly at the camera or the viewer. It's more of an angle, so you see more of his left eye than his right eye. So now we're gonna get this skull down, because the eye is going into the skull, and we really want to get that fine line there. Okay, now that we have that, let's do the inside, the white part. And we'll do a teardrop right here. Goes down. Now you can see his arm isn't really covering that black part, so I'm just going to keep on going like this. Even though right here in my outline it shows that the shoulder's covering it, I could have gotten that wrong, so I'll just change that when we get to it later. So what I like to do for outlining the webbing, I don't like doing every single arc in this outline, because that's going to take too long. So we're gonna finish this skull so we know where to stop the webs. Keep on going around, 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 around the head. And then we're gonna stop there because that's around where the shoulder will cover the outside of the head. And now what we're gonna do is the webbing. So you just follow the reference. Okay, now what I like to do is you'll see on the mask, the webs kind of go around the mask in more of a circular motion. So I'm just gonna ignore the eyes and just make a bunch of circles going around the mask. Okay, so now that we have that, we're gonna do the shoulder now. So we're just gonna follow the outline of the shoulder here. Just cover that side of the head. And then what's nice is since we have a reference, we don't have to figure out the anatomy and all the arms and like how they flex in this pose. Okay, now that we have this crazy outline done, we're now gonna finally start inking. And there we have it. We have successfully penciled and inked a Spider-Man picture.